It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
French Montana, he was on with Big Boy, and he was talking about an artist who was the, quote, most difficult. Now, to be clear, French didn't say that Kodak was necessarily difficult, but that it was very strange. Listen to this.
Definitely Kodak.
Really? The most difficult? What made Kodak?
No, not difficult. My younger boy was just, you know, about that life, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, me and him didn't have like one conversation when we shot the video. Like, I just looked at him and he growled at me like, Ugh. I'm like, yo, that's my dog. Man, shot the car. You know, we was getting lit. We was drinking. We was this and that. So, you know, he lived that rock star life.
Kodak from Florida, that's how he communicates. He probably said a million different things with that growl. You just got to understand the language. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah. And in other news, Rosie O'Donnell talks about Bill Cosby sexually harassing one of her producers. She was on Watch What Happens Live, and she said she was not surprised by all of these accusations against Bill Cosby that started in the fall of 2014 because she had actually witnessed his behavior toward a female producer on her syndicated talk show. Here's what she said.
She was assigned to do his mystery guest. He was there as the mystery guest. So in the room, the green room, the producer goes in, and she's talking and saying to Bill Cosby, you know, she's not going to know that it's you. And he said, all she has to do is put her hand right here. And he put his hand near his penis, and she'll know it's me. She started to cry and got up and left. Then our producer, who was an African-American man, the executive producer, he went in and had a big discussion with Bill Cosby about what's appropriate and what's not. And then they didn't tell me about it until after the show.
Now, Rosie O'Donnell also said she was later prevented from bringing it up on The View, even as Cosby was being accused by more than 60 women. So for some reason, she wasn't able to discuss that, I guess. I don't know why they wouldn't let her bring that up.
Yeah, she should have been able to talk about what she wanted to talk about.
Was it a topic of conversation, though? Like, you got to look and see what was the topic of conversation that day.
Well, maybe they were talking about the allegations against Bill Cosby that were piling in, and that was before he was arrested, charged, and convicted, because she was on The View from 2006 to 2007, and then again from 2014 to 2015. So I'm sure that
it definitely came up.
Yeah, it would have been an opportunity to discuss it.
Yes. So according to Bill Cosby's team, though, they are just saying these are false allegations about Mr. Cosby in order to gain attention for themselves. And it's another attempt for a well-known celebrity like Rosie O'Donnell to create that false allegation.
But the View probably didn't want the legal problems, though, because, I mean, if you make an accusation like that and you don't have anything to back it up, I mean, he could sue.
Well, she could.
That's probably what it.
You could say allegedly if that really happened. She tried to bring it up.
If you're there firsthand and witnessed that, and that happened, you know,
still don't mean nothing.
I experienced.
Yeah, but that's still your word versus his word, and you're on a platform that can be held liable for that. It's not like you're saying that on your social media where it's just you that's going to deal with that. It's The View and ABC, so I can understand.
All right, now let's talk about 50 Cent. He did an interview with The Guardian. He talked about his beef with Oprah. He explained why it all went down. He said during his rise to stardom, he was trying to solidify himself by going on Oprah. It would have meant a lot for him. He said she was completely against everything that was in my music, so she ain't never going to have me on that show. I'm never going to reach that platform, which is confirmation of you being a huge success. So I just said, okay, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies. So that's when he started going on her, fully going at her fan base. He even named one of his dogs Oprah. Now, at some point, the two of them did settle their differences and they were able to become cool. But he also, he said, when asked if he ever agreed with her views, did you hear what I said? They are misogynistic, but the world is not under the same circumstances. Are you going to tell a painter what to paint? I'm an artist. Why am I limited to what you feel should be said? On film and television, they will show art imitates life. Are you not aware of those situations taking place? So
first of all,
explain Oprah. Mm-hmm.
No, first of all, naming your dog Oprah, that is love. Okay, that is the utmost love for somebody to name your animal after them. And number two, I wonder what Oprah's thoughts about hip hop are now. Has anybody ever asked Oprah that lately? Has her thoughts on hip hop changed?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Right, and he does make the point. He said, the truth is all things come from your experience. I got shot 9 times and I wrote music about it. Everyone writes something that can connect in a big way based on a painful moment. So you're saying we're not supposed to articulate or write it the way we experience? That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and hip hop is lying to itself if we say that we at one point weren't very misogynistic and very sexist and very chauvinistic in the music. Yes, the music was disrespectful to the women. Go back and listen to some of that stuff now. You'll be like, God damn. Yeah, if you don't cringe, then you haven't grown.
All right. And Ray J says that Princess Love won't let him see their kids until he quarantines. He tells Page 6, I'm lonely right now. I don't want to quarantine by myself. I keep telling Princess, but she says, if I see one person over there with you, you got to start over. So I really have to lock myself in because I really miss my kids. And she spotted one of his Instagram posts. He was posing less than 6 feet from short film director Antonio Ward. So she made him start his quarantine over. She said, I got to put in 7 days alone. And I'm good with the 7, but she really wants me to do 14, so it's hard to look at the 13 days left.
Drop one of Clue's bombs for Princess Love, God damn it. That's right.
The family.
If Ray J don't want to social distance properly, then he's going to have to quarantine. I don't have a problem with that at all, okay? What the hell's wrong with you,
and
Ray J?
And then, funny enough, he even sent pictures of himself depressed in a bathtub.
Ray J, ain't none of them Negroes you around worth being away from your family during this quarantine. All of that can wait. You ain't got Zoom, Ray J? Huh? You don't got to meet none of these people face to face?
One of my friends has kids, right? She's actually married, but they're separated. And her husband went on a date with somebody. And she's like, nope, you got to wait 14 days. You cannot see the kids.
You got to protect the family. Goddamn right.
Mm-hmm. And that is, I think, very... Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying California reopening, what, this week, next week? Parts of California reopening next week. So I wonder did that change things? No, it is. Governor Gavin Newsom said that yesterday. They reopening, they moving to phase 2 of reopening California. I think either later this week or early next week.
Really?
Yeah, man.
We didn't even get to all that in front page news and what's happening with all that, but we'll get to that in a minute.
All right. I guess that's your rumor report. When we come back, front page news, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.